Well, we'll screw in a panda filter over here, and then when we talked about having penguin, we'll put on a new penguin air filter up here. But the engine itself didn't change.
The Hummingbird is a platform, and so we don't really know the upshot of that yet.
We understand that Google is a search engine, and within that name is the engine part. And search engine actually takes its name from three different things that are all involved into a search engine. There is, of course, the spider or the indexer, the thing that goes out and finds the pages and the content from across the web, brings that all back and stores it within what's called the index, which is, I often say to people, it's like a big book of the internet. And when you want to find something, you sort through that index using the search engine that's taking its name, even though there's three different parts that are involved. Hummingbird is the Google search engine. That's perhaps the best way to think about it. We didn't really have a name for the Google search engine. It's just the Google search engine. But over time, it has been upgraded in various ways. And then, well, we'll screw in a panda filter over here. And then when we talked about having penguin, we'll put on a new penguin air filter up here. But the engine itself didn't change. What Hummingbird did was basically Google rebuilt the entire engine. So they took off all those pieces. They didn't continue to use some pieces. They added on new things to process data that maybe they couldn't use before. Panda filter got screwed back in there. The penguin filter got put up on there. PageRank is still in there. All this other stuff is going on. But you can think that perhaps what they also added was, for an engine that could only use, say, gasoline to begin with, they added in some additional parts that could now maybe handle diesel. Or now they've added in a hybrid unit so that it's a little more efficient. It's still kind of running on gas. It's still doing all the same kinds of things, which is why when they made this big change, no one really noticed it, because they didn't just change everything radically. It wasn't like suddenly we were on a bicycle engine that they popped in there or anything like that.
Right.
That they were really just trying to rebuild this engine so that it would have new life. That the last time they put an engine, if you think about it in search engine terms, you were driving along in this car and built in the 1950s. They've got some new technologies out there and they can come up with some better, more efficient engines. That's what Hummingbird is. Hummingbird is the name of Google's search engine. And all those other names you hear of are parts that work within the Hummingbird search engine.